Chapter 12. On the birth of Astika, Suta said, hearing these words of the king, Vyasadeva, the son of Satyavati, addressed him before the assembly, thus, O king, I am now reciting to you a Bhagavata Purana, holy, wonderful, filled with many anecdotes, and leading to auspicious results. Listen. Before, I made my son Sukha study this Purana. O king, I will now recite before you that highest Purana with all the secrets contained therein. I have extracted this from all the agamas. It brings in dharma, religion, artha, wealth, kama, fructification of desires, and moksha, liberation. Hearing this always brings happiness and good results. At this, Janmeja said, O Lord, whose son is this Muni Astika? Why did he come as an obstacle in my Sarpa Yagna, sacrifice of snakes? And what object had he in preserving the snakes? O highly fortunate one, kindly describe all this in detail. After this, recite that Purana also in detail to me. Vyasadeva said, O king, in former days, there lived a Muni named Jartkaru. He always remained in the path of peace, and he did not marry. Once, he saw, in a cave in a forest, his fathers and forefathers hanging down. They spoke to Jartkaru thus, O son, marry, we will thereby be greatly pleased. If there be a son of good character born to you, we all will be freed from all troubles, and we would then be able to go to the heavens. Hearing this, Jartkaru said, O forefathers, if I get a girl of my name, without begging and asking, and she be entirely obedient to me, I will marry and lead a householder's life. Thus, I have spoken truly to you. Thus saying to his forefathers, Jartkaru went on to the holy places. Now it happened that at that very time, Kadru, the mother of snakes, cursed her sons, saying, May you be burnt by fire. The matter of this incident runs as follows. At that moment, Kadru and Vinta, the two co-wives of Kashyapa, saw the horses yoked in the chariot of the sun and thus argued with each other. Kadru, seeing the sun's horse, first asked Vinta, O good one, tell me soon, what is the color of this horse? Vinta said, O auspicious one, what do you think? I said, the color of the horse is white. You also better say beforehand what its color is. We will then lay a wager and challenge. Kadru said, O smiling one, I think the horse is black. Now come, let us challenge. Whoever will be defeated will become the slave of the other. Thus saying, Kadru told her sons, who were obedient, cover, by your bodies, all the pores of the body of the horse of the chariot of the sun, so that it may look black. Go and do it. At this, some snakes replied, that cannot be. Kadru then cursed them, saying, Let you fall into the sacrificial fire of Janmeja. Then the other snakes tried to please their mother and coiled around the back of that horse, so that the horse began to look black. Kadru and Vinta, the two co-wives, went together and saw the horse. Vinta saw it black and became very sorry. Now, Garuda, Vinta's son, very powerful and a devourer of snakes, was passing that way and, seeing his mother very distressed, asked her, O mother, why do you look so very sorry? It seems as if you are weeping. Aruna, the charioteer of the sun, and I myself are your two sons living. Fie to us that, while we are living, you will have to suffer pains. O beautiful one, if a mother suffers while the son is living, then what use is there in having such a son? So, O mother, give out the cause of your grief, and I will remove it at once. Hearing this, Vinta said, O son, what shall I say to you of my misery? I have now become the slave of my rival wife. By some pretext, she defeated me and is now telling me to carry her on my back. O son, for this reason, I am sorry. Hearing these words of his mother, Garuda said, Very well, I will carry her on my shoulders wherever she wishes to go. O auspicious one, you need not be sorry. I will remove all your cares. Vyasadeva said, Thus spoken to by Garuda, Vinta went to Kadru. At that time, the highly powerful Garuda also went there to free his mother from her slavery and carried Kadru with all her sons on his back to the other side of the ocean. When Garuda went across the ocean, he spoke to Kadru, O mother, I bow down to thee. Kindly say how my mother can be freed from your slavery. Hearing this, Kadru said, O son, if you can bring today, by your sheer force, nectar from Devloka and give it to my sons, then you will be able to free your helpless mother. When Kadru said so, the highly powerful Vinta's son, Garuda, immediately went to the abode of Indra and, fighting hard, stole away the jar of nectar. He brought and gave it to Kadru and freed his mother, Vinta, from the slavery of Kadru. In the meantime, the snakes went for their bath, after which they would drink the nectar. Indra stole away that jar which contained nectar. O king, thus, by the sheer strength of Garuda's arms, Vinta was freed from her slavery. On the other hand, when the snakes returned from their bath and found that there was no jar of nectar, they began to lick the kusha grass over which the jar of nectar was kept, thinking that they would thereby get some drops of nectar that might have trickled over. And the result was that, by the sharp edges of kusha grasses, the tongues of all snakes were cut asunder into two. Hence, the snakes are called Dvijeva, two-tongued. The snake Vasuki and others, whom Kadru, the mother of snakes, cursed, went to Brahma and took his refuge and informed him of the cause of their terror, the curse from their mother. Then Brahma spoke to them, "Go and give the sister of Vasuki, named Jaratkaru, in marriage to the great Muni Jaratkaru, both of the same name. In her womb, a son named Astika will be born, and he will certainly deliver you from your difficulties." Hearing these beneficial words of Brahma, Vasuki went to the forest and humbly requested the great Muni Jaratkaru to accept his sister in marriage. The Muni, knowing the girl to be of his name, spoke out thus, "But when your sister acts against my wishes, I will forsake her at once." Under these conditions, the Muni married her. And Vasuki, after giving his sister in marriage according to her own wishes to the Muni, returned to his own abode. O tormentor of foes! Then the Muni Jaratkaru built a white hut of leaves in that great forest and began to pass his days happily in enjoyment with his wife. Once, on an occasion, after he had taken his dinner, he slept and told his wife not to awaken him under any circumstances. He then fell fast asleep. The beautiful sister of Vasuki sat by his side. When evening came and the sun began to set, Vasuki's sister, Jaratkaru, became afraid at the thought that the evening Sandhya rites might not be performed by the Muni. She thought thus, "What am I to do now? My heart finds no rest if I do not awaken him. And if I awaken him, he will forsake me at once. Now, if I do not awaken him, the evening will pass away to no purpose. Whatever it be, if he quits me or if my death ensues, that is better than the non-observance of dharma, for when dharma is destroyed, hell ensues." Thus thinking, the girl awakened him, saying, "O one of good woes, it is evening time, so get up." The Muni got up in great anger and addressed his wife, "When you have disturbed my sleep, I now go away from you. You also better go to your brother's house." When the Muni said so, Vasuki's sister spoke out, trembling, "O one of indomitable luster, how will the object be served for which my brother has given me in marriage to you?" The Muni then spoke firmly to his wife Jaratkaru, "That is within your womb." Jaratkaru then, forsaken by the Muni, went to the abode of Vasuki. When her brother Vasuki asked her about her son, she said, "The Muni has forsaken me, saying that the son is within my womb." At this, Vasuki trusted her words and said, "The Muni won't ever tell lies," and he gave shelter to his sister. O Kurusattama, after some time, a famous boy named the Muni Astika was born. O king, that Muni boy, the knower of truth, had desisted you from your sacrifice of snakes for the preservation of his mother's family. It is well and good, befitting you, that you respected the words of the Muni Astika, born of the Yayavara family and the cousin of Vasuki. O mighty armed, let all auspiciousness come to you. You have heard the whole Mahabharata and given away lots of things in charities. You have worshipped innumerable Munis. But, O king, though you have done so many good things, yet your father has not attained heaven, and you have not been able to sanctify your family. So, O King Janmejaya, now install a capacious temple of the Devi with the highest devotion. Then all your desires will be fulfilled. The all-auspicious Devi, the giver of all desires, makes the kingdoms more stable and increases the family, if she is always worshipped with the highest devotion. O king, you better perform duly the Devi Makha Yagna, Jyotistoma, and other rituals pleasing to the Devi, and hear the great Purana, Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, filled with accounts of the glorious deeds of the Devi. I will make you hear now that divine Purana, filled with various sentiments, highly sanctifying, and capable of carrying one across this ocean of the world. O king, there is no other subject in this world worthy to be heard than the above Purana, and there is no other thing to be worshipped than the lotus feet of the Devi. O king, those are certainly fortunate, those are intelligent and blessed, in whose hearts love and devotion always reign for the Devi Bhagavati. O illustrious scion of Bharatha's family, know them to be always afflicted with troubles, who do not worship in this world the great Mother Mahamaya. O king, who is there that will not worship her when Brahma and all the Devas are always engaged in her devotional service? O king, he who hears this Purana always gets all his desires fulfilled. In former days, Bhagavati herself spoke this excellent Purana to Vishnu. O king, your heart will be appeased and become peaceful when you hear this, and as a result of hearing this Purana, all your ancestors will attain endless heavenly life. Thus ends the 12th chapter of the second book on the birth of Astika in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Vedavyasa. Here ends as well the second skanda.